Oh man. You guys. This one still gets my blood boiling every time I think about it. Picture this, a peaceful afternoon in our quiet little neighborhood. Birds chirping. Kids playing down the street. And then bam, pure entitlement explodes right in front of my parents' house. My mom and dad. Both in their late 60s. Just trying to enjoy retirement. Get screamed at. Threatened. And physically intimidated by some self-important jerk who thinks the world owes him everything. And guess what? Karma didn't just knock. It kicked the door down and sent him straight to facing 6 years behind bars. Buckle up. Because this story has drama. Rage. Sweet justice. And a twist that'll make you cheer. It all started on a sunny Saturday. My parents, let's call them Linda and Robert, were out front tending to their garden like they do every weekend. Mom's humming some old tune. Dad's pruning roses. The smell of fresh-cut grass filling the air. Peaceful. Right? Wrong. Enter Chad, yeah. That's his real vibe. Total Chad energy, this mid-40s guy who just moved in down the block with his wife Vanessa. They drove a flashy SUV. Always blasting music. Acting like they owned the street. Chad had been parking his oversized truck halfway on the sidewalk for weeks. Blocking half the walkway to my parents' house. Dad politely asked him once. Twice. Hey buddy. Mind pulling up a bit? It's hard for folks to get by. Chad just smirked. Not my problem. Old man. Classic. But that Saturday. It escalated fast. My parents were loading groceries from their car when Chad roared up. Tires screeching. He jumps out. Red-faced. Veins popping. You called the city on my truck. You reported my parking, he bellows. Turns out. After months of ignored requests. Dad finally called the non-emergency line, just asking for a reminder about city rules. No ticket. No drama. Yet. Chad storms over. Finger jabbing inches from Dad's face. You think you're tough? Ha! Messing with my life? I'll ruin you. Mom steps in front. Voice shaking but firm. Please. Just leave us alone. We're not bothering anyone. Chad laughs, this ugly. Mocking laugh, and shoves past her. Hard enough that she stumbles back against the car. Dad catches her. Heart pounding, I know because he told me later his chest felt like it was exploding. Don't you touch my wife, he yells. That's when Chad loses it completely. He grabs the mailbox, our family mailbox that's been there since I was a kid, and rips it clean off the post. Wood splinters fly. Metal clangs. He swings it like a bat. Smashing it against the ground over and over. Screaming obscenities. Neighbors start coming out. Phones up. Vanessa's filming from the driveway. Smirking like it's entertainment. Film this. Babe. Show how these fossils are harassing us. My parents are terrified. Mom's breathing heavy. Clutching Dad's arm, that sharp smell of fierce sweat mixing with the roses. Dad's hands are trembling. But he's standing his ground. Call the police, he whispers to Mom. She does. Voice cracking on the phone, please hurry. He's violent. Chad hears it and charges at Dad. You wanna call cops on me? I'll give you something to call about. He grabs Dad by the collar. Yanks him forward. Dad, God bless him, doesn't swing back. He just holds on. Trying to de-escalate. Let go. Son. This isn't worth it. But Chad rears back and punches, connects with Dad's shoulder. Hard enough to bruise ribs. Mom screams. Stop. You're hurting him. Sirens wail in the distance. Chad freezes for a second. Then panics. He lets go. Backs up. But not before spitting at the ground near Mom's feet. This ain't over. You old freaks. Police arrive. Cuff him right there in the driveway. Body cam catches everything, the smashed mailbox. The threats. The shove. The punch. Witnesses everywhere. Vanessa's still filming. Yelling. This is police brutality. My husband's innocent. They haul Chad away. Turns out, this wasn't his first rodeo. The cops run his name. Boom. Prior assault charges. Harassment complaints from his last neighborhood. Even a restraining order violation. But the big one? That punch to my dad? It landed on an elderly person, over 65. State law hits that hard. Aggravated assault on a senior. Property destruction. Terroristic threats. The DA doesn't mess around. Court day comes fast. I fly home to be there. Chad shows up in a cheap suit. Smirking like he's untouchable. His lawyer tries the heat-of-the-moment defense. My client was provoked. Provoked? By a polite call about parking? The judge isn't buying it. Prosecution plays the body cam. The room goes dead silent watching Chad shove mom. Smash the mailbox. Punch dad. Gasps from the gallery. Chad's face drains, no smirk now. Just sweat. His wife sits in the back. Arms crossed. But even she looks nervous. Victim impact statements hit hard. Mom stands up. Voice steady but eyes wet. We just wanted to live quietly. He took that piece away in seconds. My husband still winces when he lifts his arm. How do you fix that? Dad speaks too. Quiet but firm. I served in the military so people could feel safe in their homes. This man made us feel the opposite. Chad. No remorse. He mutters something about standing up for himself. The judge? Stone-faced. Your actions show a complete disregard for human decency. You targeted vulnerable people and escalated to violence. This community deserves better. Sentence, 6 years. No parole eligibility for the first 3. Plus restitution for the mailbox. Medical bills. Counseling. Chad's let out in cuffs. Head down. Vanessa storms out crying. This is unfair. But the room erupts in quiet applause from the victim's side. Look. I get it. Tempers flare. People say dumb things. But when you cross into physical violence against folks who could be your parents, when you think your ego trumps basic respect, that's where the line is. And karma? It doesn't forget. My parents? They're healing. Dad's shoulder's better. Mom's sleeping through the night again. We fixed the mailbox together last weekend, bigger. Stronger. With a little plaque, respect thy neighbor. Neighborhood feels safer now. People wave more. Check on each other. So here's the message. Straight up, entitlement doesn't win forever. Push too far. Hurt the wrong people. And justice catches up. Hard. Respect costs nothing. But disrespect? It can cost you years. Don't be that guy. Be better. If you've dealt with a Chad or Karen in your life, drop it in the comments. Hit like if justice served feels good. Subscribe for more real stories with real endings. Thanks for watching. Fam. Stay kind out there. Peace.